right, well, what you've just seen there is a little footage from Little Miss and Mr. Galaxy International, which is a pageant that was recently held in Bulgaria. I do have one of the contestants that you just saw being crowned there, Joy Wanjiru, who's 12 years old. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
It's great to see you. Asante sana for being here. Debbie, I'll have you introduce yourself and tell us about your involvement in all of this pageantry.
Hi, my name is Debbie Oyugi. I am the proprietor of Debbie Oyugi Kids. I work with young talent, so I am Joy's national director.
Okay.
So altogether, I am an artist myself, a model as well, but I went more into nurturing young talent, and this is just one of them.
This is just one of
Yes.
what you have been working with.
Yes.
Yeah, well, it's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you so much.
And of course, today we're going to talk just a little bit more about what it's like to be in pageantry, in modeling as a young lady or a young man. So if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and tweet at Citizen TV Kenya. Use the hashtag Power Breakfast. I'll try to get to a few of them. Joy, I want to come to you and congratulate you for your win there. Just help me understand the exact category that she won in.
She is the Little Miss Galaxy. That means she is like the first runners-up.
Okay.
She won in the model category. Yeah, so she tied with South Africa, Russia, and Brazil.
Right. So I understand there were 30 contestants representing 17 countries
yes.
In this particular pageant. So Joy, tell us about your interest in modeling and why you decided to to take this up.
First, I liked modeling because when I was a kid, I really
You're not a kid anymore. When you're a younger kid.
Yeah. I liked drawing pictures, seeing modeling, televisions, channels. I liked playing around with colors, making beautiful dresses.
Wow.
Then sometimes I liked drawing, then telling my mom I want a big dress, a wonderful dress, pink dresses, purple dresses.
Yeah.
So that's when a year back, my mother decided to look for Debbie. So when she found her, she asked if I can join. So Debbie showed me how to be confident, how I can continue with the modeling. Then when I went to Bulgaria, I competed. And by God's grace, God helped me and gave me all the courage, and I was comforted by my mom and Debbie. And I won the crown of Little Miss Galaxy International Group winner.
Okay, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Debbie, I want to hear about your interest in working with children in the beauty industry. Where did that come from for you, being that you're a model and you've been in the business for a while, but why kids specifically?
Why kids? I love that question. Reason being, I have been here. I've been a pageant queen for some time, and I've had this yearning to change the industry. So I have been training older models for a long time, but I realized, I'm sorry, I have to say this, but you cannot you cannot teach an old dog new tricks. It is quite hard. So if at all, we are always here complaining, pay models, KE, all that coming together. The only way we can do is to have, we can change this is by having a mind shift. It's like a paradigm shift. So if I really want to change an industry, this is the group I can change with.
Yeah.
Starting to work with them, I actually started, I have a kids fashion line.
Okay.
That is where it all started.
Okay, and what's it called?
Debbie Oyugi Kids Wear.
Okay.
So when I started with the kids wear, I didn't think I can train children, trust me. I've loved kids ever since I was young. I was a Sunday school teacher.
Oh, wow, that's interesting.
So literally all my life I've been around children.
Yeah.
But when it came to training, I am a very ruthless trainer. Okay. Everyone who meets me will tell you that. Who meets you?
What ages do you work with?
For kids, I work from 4 years to 18 years.
4 to 18, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So when I started training the children, because you see, it matters. Everything you say, you speak life into these children. It is at that point where you either make or break. So even my training tactics had to change everything, because I had to encompass, I'm not just training, I'm actually raising a new generation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, that's incredible. Joy, can you tell us a little bit about where you grew up, what your family life was like? Are you an only child? Do you have siblings? Tell us a little bit about that before you got into modeling.
Well, I was born in Gatundu, South. Then, for me, it is a very, very great life, because I never even, since I was a child, I never even dreamed to come this far. I thought that I will be a doctor, a teacher.
Is that what your parents wanted you to be?
No, but sometimes the teacher was asking me, what would you like to be? I was saying a doctor, sometimes a teacher. And other times, I was just saying that mostly I want to be a doctor. But since when I started seeing all those dresses, wedding dresses, wedding channels, all those beautiful dresses that they made, and the modeling channels, that's when I started loving modeling. So I told my mom that I want to be in modeling. Then every event in school, I was always there in modeling. When the teacher says, bring your modeling clothes, I was just bring one of my best clothes that I wear when I'm going somewhere. So my mom saw that I really liked modeling. Then she decided to look for an industry where I can go and learn modeling.
What is it like for the parents of these kids? Because it's an investment, right? They're investing their time, their energy, their money to buy all those beautiful dresses and, you know, doll them up and make them look nice. When the parents are coming to you, what are some of the concerns that they have about this world of modeling?
It's actually crazy and interesting in both ways, because you meet parents that have no idea about this industry. It's just because they've picked out this kid has a talent, and I want to help. But you see, in as much as there is talent, it also is how much do you value your craft. Yeah. So the amount of investment you will put in your child will tell me how much you value their talent.
Yeah.
Because in the end, it's like a return. Like I told Joy's mom, it is not about right now. It's about even 3 years from now. Joy should be able to pay her own college fees.
Yeah.
Yes, by the time she gets there.
And a lot of, especially African parents, you tell them you want to do something, they're like, who's going to pay for it?
I know very well, because I have grown up in that system. So all my parents have to attend all my classes. It is imperative that you understand what I'm imparting in your child.
That they're involved.
Yes. Yeah. And you see, if you cannot get involved in a child's talent before they're 12 years, after 12 years, they actually decide to become a consultant.
Yeah.
So I encourage them to come when it's a bit earlier, so that they are able to see this and this is happening. And the fact that you take them internationally and they are exposed. The overall winner was from Russia. A kid who's 5 years.
Wow.
But you can rest assured that kid has done over 19 international competitions.
Wow, at 5 years.
At 5 years. That kid walks in here, you will know a queen is here.
That's incredible. So what was the experience like for you in Bulgaria? I'm sure you got to meet so many other young boys and girls who are just like you and have dreams like you. Was it difficult for you being there in the pageant?
No. For me, I just started modeling a year back. So when I went for the competition in Kenya, then we went, before that we went for the Nairobi Fashion Week. That's when I knew that I'm not supposed to be afraid. I'm supposed to get courage, because when I get a crown in Kenya, I'll go to a place where there will be other very different people from me. So that's when I started getting courage. For now, if you bring for me a small child, I can make friends with that child.
Yeah.
I am not afraid of anyone. For me, I love playing around with kids. And
so you made some friends while you were there as well?
Yeah, I made friends.
Yeah, from different countries, and got to know about what their life is like.
Yeah. One was from South Africa called Yolanda. That's a very beautiful girl. She even made me have the psyche to make more friends.
Yeah.
Because when I just saw the other kids, I was somehow afraid to make friends with them. So when I started knowing how they live, I started making friends with them. For now, I have one from Brazil, one from Bulgaria, from South Africa,
Wow.
and the little girl who won.
Who won, the Russian girl?
Yeah.
That's amazing. How is it that you comfort parents who are taking their children into these pageants? And when we think of the pageantry world traditionally, we think it's very cutthroat. That some, models aren't nice and the competition is so stiff and people will do things to try and mess you up, not to get to the finals. So with parents who have that mentality or mindset coming into it, how do you let them know that their child is going to be safe and okay and in a healthy environment?
The biggest thing I do, I tell my parents, or I make my parents see, is in as much as this is a queen, a little queen by all rights, she's still a child. So to me, a child remains a child. I'm not creating little celebrities. I'm creating little achievers.
Yeah.
Yes. They have the chance. So when they go out there, they come back with more exposure and with an open mind. Yes, the thing about cutthroat competition, it matters the kind of competition you're enrolling these kids in. And you see, given that I have been in this industry, I know who and what and why. So it is really important. The first thing I do, I protect the child first. Before we get out there, I protect the child first. Even the parents, my parents have a class with the child protection officer.
Wow.
Now you see, that's the reason why I said you have to attend my classes.
Yeah.
The child protection officer takes them through what this industry is, what you do with the child, and what it means. You see, in the end, I can only tell you, some parents, you cannot control how they want to behave with their children. But you see, in the end, I can give you the information you need. You act on that information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joy, what are some of the things that you did to get ready for this pageant? You said being in Debbie's classes has taught you confidence, but what other things were you doing to get ready to compete?
For one, when I joined, first Debbie told us to introduce ourselves, and mostly I was very afraid. I never had confidence. For the first time, I was the only one amongst all the children. I was the oldest, and there were other young children who were older than me. So every time when Debbie started training us, I was very quick in understanding, and when I knew other children were coming to Debbie's class. So every time when Debbie trains, she gives me small children to train them. When I train them, she calls them, she tells them to do what she told me to teach them.
Yeah.
So when Debbie saw that I'm good, every time, even if it's a grown-up, Debbie tells me to teach them the steps, how we were taught. Then Debbie really liked giving me children. So now I am very confident with children.
And teaching them.
Yeah.
Okay. What was your favorite part of the whole experience, of the whole pageant? Because you guys looked like you did some very fun things in that clip. What was your favorite part?
My favorite part in Bulgaria is when we went for skiing, and the others when we got the chance to communicate with the other children from other countries. And most of the times if my mother is busy, I just go and stay with the other kids. We go for training with them, we become friends, and for me it has been a very great experience. I really loved the place. That place was cold, and it was not by luck that we never went when it was summer. It was winter that time. So in the mountains it was snowing, but in the rest of the places it was cold, so you had to stay warm. You had to wear a lot of clothes, but when you went back to the hotel, it was very warm.
Yeah.
So you were free even to remove your sweaters. So I really liked it very much.
Yeah. Do you look forward to participating in more pageants in the future?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you want to be when you grow up?
I would like to be an environmentalist.
Wow, that's ambitious. But I'm sure you'll get there. Debbie, to parents who are watching right now, might have kids who they think have a talent and might be interested in modeling. What's the first step for them?
The first step for me is we have auditions. Watch out for auditions and get involved in your child's life. What I usually tell my parents, I'm not a daycare. You don't come and dump your child to me. No.
Yeah.
You have to be involved, because for me, I know if my parents had that chance to be involved in my talent, it would have been a different story.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you see, there's that chance right now. Take it, grab it, and let's go with it. My class is not just modeling. You see, that's what people think. Modeling is just one of them. Joy can tell you. They do a lot. We have a public speech class. That's what she was talking about, her introducing herself and speaking, because they need to understand. We have an excursion where they go to the national museums to understand their culture, because once you go out there, you have to understand, where am I coming from and where am I going? Yeah. So if parents really want to get involved with us, we are on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram at Debbie Kids.
Debbie Kids, so they can look you up there.
They can look us up there.
And give more information. Like you said, you train children from 4 to 18 years. So they can get more information there. I'll give the final word to Joy, to other young boys and girls who are watching you and seeing what you've accomplished and maybe are interested in doing this for a living or even just for fun. What would you tell them?
I would like to tell them that modeling is good. You should try to look and know their talents. So for me, I really loved modeling. I liked dancing. I liked singing. And I still love those things. For me in school, I really do all the items. When it is closing, I dance, I say shairis, I say poems, I sing. And I'm in Scouts.
Oh, wow.
And actually, I'm the Scouts commander of our
look
school.
at you.
So I'm in all the items.
Yeah, and you want to be an environmentalist. And you've got big dreams for yourself.
Yes.
Well, congratulations again on your win. This is Joy Wanjiru, who is one of the winners at the recently concluded Little Miss and Mr. Galaxy International in Bulgaria 2018. Debbie Oyugi, again, one of her mentors that you can look up on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, etc., if you'd like to find out more about young children, pageantry, modeling, and all of that. So thank you both for being here.
Thank you.
I wish you well in the future. And Debbie, thanks for bringing her for us to meet her. This is Power Breakfast, and we've still got Chef Ali Mandri, who's going to be coming up with breakfast tips. But first, we're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back after this. Stay tuned.
Gino